Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for PlayArt Sky variant, and we have one of the Batman Timeless series, and we have the Steampunk. And from the promo pictures, it looks really amazing, and I cannot wait to take a look on this. And I finally got to visit Tatsu Hobby after several weeks of just busy at work or being sick. So finally, being able to get my haul, and it's actually a big haul. You'll see a couple of reviews, hopefully. Alright, so here we go. So this is a nice box. This is actually the first time I'm seeing this. So you got DC Comics here, and you got the Batman logo. You got PlayArt Sky, quite nice. On the side here, you got the city. Right there. On the back, you got a bit more info. This is a big box, and actually my box got a little dinged up, but it's not too bad. But yeah, really nice what they've done here on the back. And I think that's pretty much it for the box, or the outside. And it's a window box held by magnets. And inside, we got Batman here. We get a variety of hands, as well as the crossbow. We got more information here. Feel free to pause the video and read that. There we go. Really nice box. The box art is, yeah, quite nice. Alright, so inside you got your typical PlayArt Sky base, which you have to cut off from the runners and assemble them, and you have instructions on the different hands. So here we go. So you get two pairs of hands. Well, for both, you got the closed fist and open hand. Then you got an optional hand for the right for the crossbow, which is shown here how to put on. And I've tried it. It's actually quite difficult to put on. Then instruction on how to build the base. There we go. Alright, so we have Batman here, and fortunately he can't stand on its own without the base, but I think having the base will be beneficial, especially if you want him having a flight pose. But he can stand on its own with the help of the cape. Now this cape is humongous, and this has a lot of weight. There's a lot of plastic on this, but you got this huge cape. Unfortunately, when you're resting it, some of this end here, it is flexible. Kind of like that rubber feel to it, but it will tend to kind of, lean on that. So just a heads up. But nonetheless, it'll be fine. Can be helped. We're gonna go more on details on the cape, but the few things on this review, there's gonna be like a 50-50 good and 50-50 bad, because as much as this is a really cool figure, there are a few flaws that I've noticed, and as we've seen on other reviews as well. But first off, it looks amazing. There's a ton of details on this guy. You got this pistons on the top here. You have the shoulder plate or pull drawn. You got the clear chest here. You can see inner gears, kind of like a watch. Or, I don't know, maybe that's his heart. Or it's something that powers his suit. A lot of cool gadgets here in the waist. Just the armor. Yeah, he's like a tank, or like a steam-powered tank or something of that sort. Really cool. Yeah, there's just a lot of things going on here. And even on the end of this cape here, you got this really cool design. You got those gears, you got this hook there. And just the detail on the cape, that's nice. You got that nice maroon, a bit of the black here, then you have the gold blades sticking out, or whatever thing that holds it out. Quite nice. Even the boots here, and even on the back side, you get that piston kind of just to support that. You got more gears, just loaded with details. It's amazing. Even the back here, where it holds the wings, just crazy amount of details. Really nice. Alright, so that's in terms of just the details, just a quick overview, and let's start going over articulation and things that I found. Alright, so for those collecting play arts, you've probably noticed that there's not much instruction, I don't know, on the side of that panel. So certain things you might have to find out for yourself, which I have. Actually, when I got this out of the box, the first thing I've noticed, this just came out loose. The whole shoulder. I thought I broke it already, but it turns out this connection here where it connects to the torso is a bit loose and it's only held by that little peg. I kind of wish it's more here. That way when you move this thing here, it goes along with that. And because if you have it like this, it's kind of weird. Although, I mean, you can pose it in a certain way to kind of go along with that. So I guess not too bad. Alright, now looking at the head details here, in terms of joints, we have the base of the neck here, also towards the torso, and another one on the base of the head. It gives you a fairly good articulation here, as we can see. The collar here is flexible, and you can fairly look on a lot of, yeah, look up, look down. You might want to even push this bottom part of the neck to kind of give you a little bit more clearance so he can look down onto the side. But yeah, this thing that does get in the way, but not too bad. So in terms of the neck articulation, that's fairly good with a bit of a restriction there. Now actually, let's see, is there anything on the back side? Nope, just more details. And also there's a cool nifty gimmick that I found out. So you got this kind of like I'm not even sure what you call it, like a visor or kind of like a sensor or some kind of well, it's a molecule or some, I'm not what sure it is, but I'm not sure if it kind of gives him a night vision or some kind of a different kind of vision, I guess, or some kind of sensor. But anyways, this one does flip up. So we can flip this up, and I believe that's just held by a straight peg. I'm not gonna mess around with it as much, but you can lift that little scope thing. So that's really nice. That's a nice touch. Although kind of find it weird since it's on the left. So maybe it is an added accessory for him, but it doesn't. Well, I'm not sure what his dominant eye is. Maybe it's on the left eye. Hope you're right. I always find that, well, for me, my dominant eye is right. So I would rather have that on my right if I needed to. But, yeah. Anyways, moving on. In terms of the face sculpt here, it's not too bad. It does look a little odd for Batman. Usually, you kind of find like the facial feature for Batman having a bit of a what do you call this, you know, the chin, maybe a little bit of facial hair, but this one, it's really like smooth. So it's a little different, but Player Sky does have that tendency sometimes. Then here on the shoulder, it's the same as this one. It is a bit different, and you probably can pop this out as well. And probably we can swap it. And for those who are just curious what it looks like, here we go. If ever you want to just swap out the hands, or sorry, the shoulder, you can do that. And just wish you can do the same thing with this. So anyways, that's that. But before we put that on, you got this thing here again. This probably supports the back somehow. But this is just for show. I thought it was like extra hands or something. But you got this piston connections here. And you got this ratcheting joint here. That's it. And it's just to hold there. Yeah, I'm not even sure if this holds somewhere or some part of his body. But it's not clear. I didn't see any pictures depicting that. And it's mostly just to go around his shoulder. Yeah. Anyways, oh well, we're at this. So in terms of the shoulder joint, you got this one that kind of goes in front here. So you got the giant peg there, and this goes in front. It does leave a huge cavity there, but it gives you quite a bit of articulation, and it's one of those you gotta play around with the joint. Actually, this one, it's kind of stuck. Let me see if I can get this thing here. Alright, so this shoulder here was a little stuck. I was referring to this joint right here, this black one, and where it connects to, it's stuck. So when I'm trying to go like this, it won't let me, and I had to kind of break it in, and at the same time kind of hear that ratcheting joint there, and I thought I broke it, but luckily I did it. Luckily. But with this option, you're able to move your whole arm around and touch pretty much the other part of your shoulder here. So if we cover this up here, and not bad, but you do have that option, so it's nice. In terms of articulation, that's fairly good. You also have that bicep swivel here. Let me just get that re-equated or resituated in that pose, but there is a bicep swivel. Maybe I can show it here. It is a bit stuck, but there is a bicep swivel there. There we go. Just kind of exercise the joints. Elbow here, fairly good as well. Doesn't leave much gap on the backside, which is good, but a little bit limited. But in terms of how it looks, it's good enough. I mean, we get that a little over 90 degrees, and that's good. You got the blades here. It's made of that flexible plastic. It's quite nice. You got a lot of details there as well. Then you got your wrist joint, and the details on the fist, quite nice. I like that. All right, so moving on, let's check out the torso. All right, so for the torso here, you can have him lean forward a little bit. Then you can hear that ratcheting joint, and you can lean back as well, but not too much. And you can have him side to side. You got the floating waist here. You also get this. You got a lot more kibble here. All this steampunk stuff. The pistons. Yeah. Kind of wish you could move some stuff here. It feels like you can move more things, but you can't. So this is just fixed here. It's probably glued in, as well as this part here, or it's molded in. Now, that's pretty much it for the waist. Now, let's look at the back side here for the cape before we start going to the legs. Now for this, it feels like you can do a lot, but it's actually restricted. So this whole segment here, up to this, there's nothing you can do here, and it's fixed. You cannot even move it to the side or anything. Yeah, unfortunately. Here you got one of those joints which you can rotate and just swing here. Then you have another one here, which you can also move around that joint and do certain poses with that. But for the most part, from what I can do, is just kind of stick it up like this. There we go. I mean, you do get quite a bit of a wingspan there, which is not too bad. Same on the other side here. Kind of just move those joints around. You just gotta be careful. There we go. Now you have this back part of the wing here, which is connected on that joint here on the back of the torso. And there you go. It's not too bad, but it's not that great either. It's just a lot. And you kind of push this back here a little bit, so it will kind of help push this wings onto the side. And you get your wingspan, which is quite nice right here. Although it's a little kind of hard to get him situated, but there you go. That's nice. I like it. And comparing this with, how it has a dark theme, this is a lot better. You got a bit of the red compared to the, which one is that one? The Tetsuya Nomura's Batman. There you go. Sorry, kind of blanked out there. But yeah, it's nice. I like it. Alright, so moving on, let's go to the waist and towards the legs. Alright, so here we got the typical ratcheting joint for the waist. There we go. It's actually fairly good even though you have this. They kind of get out of the way, so which is nice. Probably do split, but he can do a high kick. Even moving on the back, well, just gotta, yeah. You got that little bit of swivel there on the thigh, but not here. Just it's over there. So that's good. Now for the knees, here we go. So there's something I have, I had an issue with mine on the left one. So here it is. So it's double jointed, but once you get to that part, it's really loose. So I guess some of the, pegs there got worn out already. So unfortunately, I got that problem. Now pushing this in is a little difficult, getting that extra bit of articulation, but you can keep going. I think that's pretty much it. About 90-degree bend. You have this knee armor. It's a little bit high, but it works. It's not too bad, but you got that. Yeah, it's nice. Again, you get a lot of those details. Just unfortunately, this is loose. But once you get that part there, it's stiff again, which what I need when you're standing. So it's not too bad. You know, same thing I have here, but this one it's stiff all the way and get that ratchet. Just the upper part here, it's a little stiff to bend. You gotta really force it in. But that's that. Now we have the ankles here. Ankle joint, you got that. And it seems like you have a working piston here, but not really. It just kind of, yeah, goes in. Might limit some of your toe or your feet movement. Let's see here. For wide stance, you might have to play around with the joint, but you're able to have that. So I guess not too bad. It is a bit cumbersome playing around with the wings and everything, but it works. This really reminds me of the other one, the armored Batman, where he's like a tank basically. Alright, so that's that. We've already mentioned about the hands a little bit, so let me cover that again. So we have the closed fist here. And you have your open hands here. Again, nicely detailed. I like that. And you have an extra one here for the right. Now, here's the crossbow here. It has some nice details. You got that huge grip there. And you have the canister here. It's probably gas powered. Maybe you got some kind of ignition here or something. But really nice. But one thing that is delicate about this is this part here, which you probably kind of see what I'm doing here. But when you put this on, this is really tricky to put on. And when I took it off, I actually broke this off. Yep. But I like modifying my stuff, making some improvements. I stick a magnet there. Luckily, the magnet I like using, the 3mm diameter one, and I think it's 1.5 in height. Neodymium magnets, they're great. So I put one here, one there, and there we go. So if ever I have to remove that, I can just remove this without worrying about popping this off again. I was thinking of pinning it, but you're gonna hit that problem again. And plus, you can do this. If you want your crossbow to be this way, or this way, or make it spin, it's nice. Alright, so here we go. Let's try to put this on. Yeah. Alright, so to put this hand on, you might think, okay, maybe I'll put it here, but the handle is right here. There's no way to remove this. Luckily, it's a little bit flexible, and you're really gotta muscle your way in somehow. So we want to have it this way. So we're probably gonna go this way, kind of just slide it in somehow. So this is the thinnest part here, so put it in between the thumb and the rest of the fingers right there. And once you're on that side, you go here, then you gotta clear this handle here. So you kind of just press this here and just keep going, keep going, keep going. Watch out though, you don't want that finger to be stuck in that. But once you clear that, you just kind of work your way, and there you go, you get the handle there. Yeah, you might have to play around with it, but there we go. Alright, so let's put this on here. Let's just pop this out. One thing I like about Play Arts Guide, you got straight pegs, easy to take in and out. And there we go. Let's just slide that in. Alright. Alright, so I could just leave it like this. Looks like he's holding a pistol, which is really cool, but you gotta have that crossbow. So again, there we go. Quite nice. Or you could even do it this way. Yeah. There we go. And yeah, that's really cool to have. So if you like to do that modification, go ahead. Again, it's that magnet right there. It's 3mm in diameter by 1.5mm in height. It's a disc. You need to have your micro pin vise here, or micro drill. Well, I have the drill set, and just gotta have that 3mm drill bit. And just make sure you center that, because I barely have any clearance around there. But it works, and it's nice. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the Batman. Would I recommend this? Not quite. It is quite expensive, and for what you're getting, there's other cooler Play Arts guide that I felt that the value justifies it. Yeah, so far, it's kind of really hard to say which Timeless Batman is worth it. There's a couple more coming out, like the Spartan and the Bushido, which I'm looking forward to getting as well. So we'll see. But so far, it's kind of hit or miss on some of them. Some of them have good points, as well as bad points like this one. But overall, price aside, if you're not talking about the price, it's a nice figure. You just gotta work with it. Yeah, unfortunately there is a few things, but it's a nice figure. I like it. And again, my end goal with this Timeless series is to have them and kind of line them up. And maybe I'll build those the bases, because some of them does look better when they're kind of like in a flight mode. But it does take up a lot more shelf space. Anyways, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, I got this from Tatsu Hobby. It is a special order since it's one of those expensive Play Arts. But they do carry Play Arts. Just, well, I'll provide the link down below to send your inquiries. Just, yeah, send one and they'll get back to you. Anyways, that's about it for, I got tongue-tied there. That's about it for this review. Again, if you have questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.